July 13th, 2024. It was supposed to be another typical rally for Donald Trump. A sea of supporters, fiery speeches, and chants of "Make America Great Again." But the event near Butler, Pennsylvania, turned into a moment of terror when a gunman opened fire on the former president. A 20-year-old, Thomas Matthew Crooks, armed with an AR-15 style rifle, had perched himself on the roof of a nearby building. He fired 8 shots into the crowd, creating chaos. Donald Trump was struck in the upper right ear, but miraculously survived. One audience member wasn't as lucky, losing their life, while 2 others suffered serious injuries. The Secret Service's swift response ended the threat, with their sniper team taking down Crooks before he could do more damage. But the damage to their reputation was already done. This incident was the most significant security failure since the 1981 assassination attempt on President Ronald Reagan. The fallout? Intense scrutiny of the Secret Service's procedures and the resignation of its director, Kimberly Cheadle. So how did one of the most elite security teams in the world miss something as glaring as a shooter on a rooftop? A failure of planning and communication. It wasn't just that Crooks managed to get onto that rooftop. It's the fact that it was flagged as a potential risk before the event even started. Local law enforcement, including SWAT teams, had raised concerns about unsecured rooftops in the area. How could something so basic, like checking a rooftop, be missed when the stakes were so high? The answer lies in poor communication. There were multiple command centers at the rally, but information wasn't being shared effectively between them. One sniper from the Beaver County Emergency Services Unit even texted about a suspicious vehicle near his post. But that message? It didn't make it to the people who needed it. By the time the Secret Service figured out what was happening, the shots had already been fired. Trump's reaction to the shooting was classic Trump. As he was being escorted off the stage, blood running from his ear, he pumped his fist and encouraged the crowd with a defiant chant of "Fight, fight, fight." That image, Trump, injured but unyielding, went viral almost immediately. Fortified security. Post-shooting, Trump's security is unbeatable. If you've been to one of his rallies lately, you've probably noticed the changes. Bulletproof glass now surrounds the stage, giving Trump the kind of protection usually reserved for heads of state. They've also started using massive storage containers as makeshift walls, strategically placed to block sightlines. Crooks took advantage of an unobstructed view from a rooftop, and now the Secret Service is making sure that can't happen again. Snipers? They're everywhere. Not just a few, but an entire team positioned on rooftops at every event, watching every angle. It's not just snipers, though. The Secret Service has beefed up its presence at Trump's rallies to an unprecedented level. The number of agents on site has doubled, and any area with even the slightest security risk is now swarming with agents. Several agents involved in the July 13th incident were placed on administrative leave, a quiet acknowledgement of their mistakes. Private security, Trump's ace in the hole. Then there's Keith Schiller. If you don't know the name, you should. Schiller has been Trump's bodyguard since 1999 and became the head of Trump's private security detail during his presidency. Even after Trump became president and the Secret Service took over his protection, Schiller remained by his side. This dual security setup, Secret Service and Schiller's team, was controversial. Security experts criticized it, saying that mixing private security with the Secret Service could lead to confusion and disaster. But Trump wasn't concerned. Schiller was his right-hand man, a trusted confidant who had protected him for years. And after the July 13th incident, Trump's faith in Schiller seems well placed. While the Secret Service faltered, Schiller and his team have remained vigilant, adding an extra layer of protection for the former president. You might not agree with his politics, but one thing is certain: Trump is a survivor. His security now reflects that. It's bulletproof, both literally and figuratively. Thanks for sticking with us through this deep dive into the dramatic changes in Trump's security detail. If you found this insightful, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates and drop a comment below. What do you think about the Secret Service's response?